Welcome to another episode of
Where I can top my knee.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Jonathan. We are a Boys Love podcast that talks about our favorite shows and all the press and mess around them.
And we definitely have a lot this week to talk about with press and mess, so we need to get straight to word on the tweet. It's also 11:30, y'all.
Y'all, this is
night,
a late podcast recording, as you can hear from my voice. I'm tired.
Late. Let's get straight to it right now.
Okay, word on the tweet. Did you see? I was so sad that this happened again. There's this new show called Blue Canvas of Youthful Days. It's another like Chinese BL. I saw some people like posting clips on it on Twitter, and then literally the next day iQiyi pulled it down. It got like it released 4 episodes I think in one day, and the next day iQiyi like again pulled it down. And
they pulled down every episode?
Yeah, they pulled down the whole show.
What?
I think like the like people behind the show had to like take down like photos, Instagram of it, like everything that had to do with the show got like pulled. So
why? What happened?
Just more Chinese censorship, I guess. You know, it's so similar to what happened with the Spy Realm. So.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't know why iQiyi just can't release it for everywhere outside of China.
Honestly.
I don't know. It's very strange.
I don't get how it can get to that point, all the way up to that point that it's releasing, to then get pulled. Right. You know, like it got through so many steps to then at the last second get pulled. Like, come on. And I don't think people save those 4 episodes. I haven't seen it online anywhere, but
you know what? It does not. It surprises me, but also the fact that it was pulled so quickly is also kind of emblematic, you know, of what I've seen in the past with some straight Chinese shows, like where they have to change things on the fly. And I've met a few people that have worked on certain shows in China where if they didn't, for example, they didn't want to show a woman drinking wine, so they go ahead and change the wine color from like red to like orange, so then they could argue she's having, you know, so a lot of weird stuff that would happen.
There's probably some like something that's way too fruity for the show that they have to like cut out, but like I don't know, it's a BL, just let us have something, come on.
Yeah, you know, like let it have something. That's we can't get nothing nice from China.
We can have nothing.
A Thai company produces it, so.
But then we can't have like a full length, or at least, you know, the 30 episodes it deserves. But I think this show was supposed to have probably like 10 to 12 episodes, but only.
Oh, so it's gonna be short anyway, or short-ish.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna be too long. It was gonna be like a normal show length. But yeah, we'll see if. I think they're planning to try to find out a way to release it. You know.
Yeah. That's just so. Anyway, what else is happening?
So you know how last week we talked about GMMTV sending out that statement for Om Nanon about them not being a ship.
Oh, no.
Of course,
don't tell me there's more.
Those same crazy fans that were like, I don't know, doing all those crazy kind of protests. They sent like protest trucks saying that, you know, like, oh, GMMTV, go fuck yourself, like you're nothing without your fans, like we make your company. And I was like, oh my god,
what?
I was like, these people are psychos.
These fans are really sick. They're really sick.
They still think like it was, you know, it's GMMTV and not Om Nanon that wanted this, but like
they wanted it.
Like just listen to these boys.
They are moving in different directions. Like I don't know how many times we need to say this on this podcast. Like they wanted to separate for their own personal reasons, for their own professional reasons. They have done it. Om is in a new ship. Charge it to the game and get over it. Like, it's really not that deep.
Honestly.
Like, it's really not. Like, they need to cut it out and
They need to find a new obsession. They need to
find a new obsession. Like,
there's so many other shows out there. I don't know. Move on.
Right, get into Moss Bank or something, you know, like.
Get into Moss Bank. Come on.
Yeah. You know, and that's all I'm going to say on that.
Ooh. I mean, we could talk about the drama of that. I sent you something this morning that
Yes, you did.
Yeah, that Moss. I mean, we talked about it like 2 weeks ago. That like Bank was already like sad that like the show's not trending, and now Moss is like sad that the show's not trending. But
yeah.
Anyway, so the next topic is My Golden Blood started production. You know, the new show with Joss and Gowan, Vampire. They finally started filming. I'm so excited.
I am too. Like, I really want. I've missed seeing Gowan on my screen.
I'm missing Joss and something fruity.
And I'm missing
I want to see Joss kiss a man again.
Yeah, so I really want to see. I want to see them get into it. I want to see Joss's nipples. I want to see Gowan's acting. Like, this would be great. I want to see like
a full 12 episode. Like, I did not see the Chris Gowan show, but
yeah,
this will be really good. So I'm excited to see this. And also, happy birthday,
I
Gowan.
am too.
He's my same age.
Happy birthday, Gowan. Oh, really? Y'all the same age?
Yeah, we both 27.
Okay, young thing. Young tenders. Okay.
Not young tenders.
Yeah, I also one thing that, speaking of young tenders, this is a sad thing, which you made me think of once you mentioned this whole thing with Om Nanon again.
Mm-hmm.
You made me think of Pond being stalked again.
Oh my God.
And now, I think they had to take legal action. GMMTV now had to get a lawyer because
they are
that bad.
GMMTV is always ready to like send a cease and desist, send the lawyer. They're always ready to draft up a statement.
Like, these fans are getting out of hand. Like,
I think
it's really not.
Were they in Paris? Yeah, they were all in Rome. In Rome.
Yes.
Yeah, they were all in Rome doing that like little fan meet, which I would love to have gone to Rome to see them.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
And I guess the Europeans were going crazy over there stalking them.
Yeah, that's a little too crazy. Like, come on. Like, the only craziness you should do is be screaming at the fan meet, and that's it.
Like, you can,
beyond anything beyond that is doing the most.
Yeah, you can casually like walk up to them or maybe like wave if you see them at like, tourist attractions, but like don't go crazy.
Yeah, don't go crazy.
Don't follow them to their hotel.
Don't follow them to their hotel. Like, they need their break too, because if we want to continue seeing them on TV,
if you want to see them come back,
need their time to
Europe,
rest. Yeah, right. Like, come on. Anyway, let's get to our show of the week. So, Jonathan, I know your show is not Sky Valley.
No, you spoil it. Yes, my show is Porn Valley, girl. This last episode was porn. I was gagged. Like, at first, it started out with already like a rated R on the screen. And the thumbnail has like 18 plus. I was like, what have you gotten me into? This show was supposed to be camp, and now it's turning into porn.
Soft porn. Soft porn. Like, I was floored at this last episode that came out where what's
you
his
better
name?
Forget all their
Fort.
names. His name's Jun and Fort.
Fort was getting his ass eaten.
Oh, he was getting
horse stable,
pissed on. He was getting
like
he got pissed
and
on.
The fact
he
that
got ate out.
I never felt a tongue lick me this sharp.
This show's wild.
What is
I was like,
going
this is YouTube, is it not?
Yeah.
I was like, this is wild for YouTube.
Like, what is this? Like, what is this show?
They went from 0 to 100 too. They went from 0 to 100.
It really did. Like, what is
It's very entertaining though. It's so entertaining. Like,
it's a whole mess.
Like, it just sends me back to like old, like 2020 BL, where everything was kind of just webtoons. Everything was like mid-COVID, so like the budget was low. The acting isn't like Oscar worthy, but like it's it's giving you a laugh. You're enjoying every single part. So
this show,
and it's nice to see a lesbian side couple.
I love seeing a GL couple. I do. I mean, I will say Paris's lap dance was...
What? It was good.
No, it wasn't. She could do better.
I was
Okay,
enjoying it. I was
like
enjoying it. I was like,
I
ooh,
that lap dance,
it was sexy.
let's just say that twerk needed some work.
Oh my
Like it really
god.
did. So,
You know what needed that
anywho,
work? Using spit on a beach.
I can't.
I said they need
Like
to
spit
take.
and sand is a very rough thing.
I,
That's gonna be like wet sandpaper. That's a
that
whole
literally
mess.
that whole scene. I was like, this took me out the show because that's so unbelievable.
Yeah. No condom, raw dogging
Raw
it.
dogging on
Not
the street.
with
Oh,
spit and sand.
reminds of
Like
another
none of that
character
sounds
later
good
on.
at all. None of that. That sounds painful. That sounds like doo 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 doo. That's what it sounds like a whole mess.
Yeah,
So
dude's supposed to be packing, and you're using a little bit of spit on a beach
with sand,
with rolling
like
around in
what
the
kind
sand.
of,
There's no blanket.
like
No blanket.
no blanket, nothing. Like how is your whole built to be like that? Like that don't even make any sense.
They're using
Anyway,
God. I don't know. They're using God.
yeah,
I mean,
faith and thrust,
not,
faith and
ew,
thrust.
face
I
and
don't know.
thrust. So, what is your show of the
Anyway,
week, buddy?
so mine is Cosmetic Playlover, which
The way I
is
read it says cosmic. I was like cosmic playover. Whenever you said it, I read it as cosmic. It's cosmetic.
yeah, it's not cosmic, it's cosmetic because
Magnetic.
these mans,
Charismatic.
okay, they are what are beauty advisors at a high-end cosmetic store. And women
Okay.
come in, get their face beat,
Oh,
okay?
all right.
And these beauty advisors, there's not a lot of male beauty advisors,
Makeup
but these two
artists.
guys help them. They call them beauty advisors because I guess their goal is to sell them the product, but show them how to use the product.
Oh, so they're like Sephora when you go to the person with like the red
Pretty
jackets
much,
on.
pretty
Yeah.
much, but a little bit more high end than
Because
Sephora.
they're selling Gucci
Okay.
makeup.
They're selling a makeup that is branded.
All right,
So,
Gensei.
but
Come on, Gensei tees.
so yeah, they look great. But I will say it gets very interesting because one of the guys has the crush on the other one, which we kind of
Mm-hmm.
expected that to happen.
Two
But
gays in the
then there's
workplace.
some
Are they gonna fuck?
but then there's some drama based on somebody from another shop that one of them used to work at.
Mm.
There's also like one of the dudes has a crush on a married man.
Oh.
Like, yeah, a married man who is 10 years his senior, who he met when he was 10 years old.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah, it's like
That's not.
now you're 21 and he's 31 and married. Like,
Japan. What's happening? Here?
in the words of Nene Leakes, close your legs to married men.
Ooh, yes, I know that quote. I know that
So,
quote.
yeah. Anyway,
How
but
many
I think it's a
episodes
good
are out?
show. 2 episodes are out so far. They're releasing 2 episodes a week on
Not that
Gagaoolala.
again. Oh, we just
Yes, here we go
escaped the
again.
2 episode.
Well, it's back. The bitch is back.
Why are they flying through? Let me enjoy these shows.
Yeah, I was like, I'm fine with what. Luckily, I will say with this show, each episode is about 20 to 25 minutes. So, in a way, it's not that bad.
It looks like there's only 8 episodes. On my drama list, it said there's gonna be 8 episodes. So this is about to be gone in a month.
Yes, but you know
Bueno.
what? It's I. It's I if we do it with this one because compared with
Like I hear the sunspots.
Century of Love, which we're gonna talk about late in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the episodes are only about 20 to 24 minutes long, and it
has like
2
an
episodes
intro
a
and
week.
outro.
Right.
Long as hell.
And it's 2 episodes a week, but I think it is 2 episodes released the same day.
Oh, okay.
So you could watch them back to back.
So it's one full 40-minute episode. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's 2 episodes. So, yeah.
Compared to like Century of Love and The Rebound, those were like full 40, 50-minute episodes each.
Yes. And for whatever reason, I still have the theme song to Rebound in my head, to The Rebound.
It's like a rap, right?
Even though I don't know the words, but I have it in my head.
I have the OST to Century of Love was in my head because that's a really good OST.
It is. And I have that.
Yes.
You want to start off with that? Anyway, we have new shows to talk about, so let's get into that.
Yes.
So we have. Wait a minute. So there's a new Taiwanese BL coming out?
Yes, I just saw this on Gagaoolala was like promoting it. So there's a new Taiwanese
Okay.
BL coming out called The Only One. It's coming out later
Okay.
this month, August 22nd.
Okay.
So excited to see
What is it
that.
about? Do you know?
I have no idea. I like to go into things blind.
Yes, it's good. You know, we got to go in, be like, we don't know what this thing is about, but we're going to find out.
Like right now on the train home today, I was watching Long Beans. This Love Doesn't Have Long Beans, and it's not what I thought it was gonna be. But
right,
you know, it is what it is. I'll enjoy it for what it is. But like sometimes trailers just like spoil way too much. So
yes. And we also just talked about Cosmetic Playlover. That is new as well. So it on Gagaoolala.
I'm
and then
going
another one that's coming out.
girl. I read this as Cosmic Playover.
You're still reading it as Cosmic.
I read it as Cosmic Playover. It's Cosmetic Playlover.
Medic. It is Cosmetic.
What is the Japanese name to this? It's probably nothing of the sort.
It might be in Japanglish. I don't know. Anywho, we got another new show as well. That actually starts on Monday, or is it Tuesday?
It's coming out tomorrow.
I think it's Monday.
Yes,
tomorrow.
Or
So
yesterday if you're
it
watching
is-
this. When this podcast comes out, it's already out.
So Monday, August 12th, First Note of Love, which is also a Taiwanese BL, but it is also being produced by
Star Hunter.
Star Hunter.
I was like, this is
Okay,
a
and
weird collab, but good for them.
Yeah, and wait. It's gonna be on Gagaoolala and Vicky, and Charles Sue from History 4 is in this.
Yes, you know the side couple from History 4 Close to You.
Right. Okay.
The one that was in like the
And that-
BL pairing, Fujoshi pairing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, and then Michael Chang from
My Tooth Your Love, because he didn't get enough action in that show. He was like the side couple little kid that was dating the bartender, and it was kind of weird because there was like an age gap and the parents didn't approve, and then they kind of just got cut out from the rest of that show. Spoil.
They really did. Like they kind of showed up, but they weren't really.
They weren't the
much,
focus of
know?
that show, but
They weren't. So, also I just found out that Monster Next Door is available on YouTube.
Oh.
But it's delayed in how it's being released. So if you want the episode early, you have to go ahead and watch it on Gagaoolala. But if you want it
for free, 99.
If you want it for free, wait a little bit, and episode 1 is currently available on YouTube, and it looks like they'll be releasing it weekly from then onward.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, so
I
that's
think we
something
talked
good to
about
know
that.
as well.
Yeah, that Knock Knock Boys was starting to do that too. It's releasing on YouTube for free right now.
Yes, it is currently on YouTube. I mean, this sounds like we might as well just get straight to shows that just ended.
Oh, we flying through this podcast today, girl.
We got to, because we got something important to talk about.
Oh, we do.
So I first of all, finally, I think our roster is finally going down. Finally. God is good.
I'm down from great. Like 15 to like maybe 7 now.
I think maybe we're going to be at 10 once I add some of these other stuff. But at least it's not 15 anymore.
True.
Right. So one that just ended this weekend is Be Your Star, which
is Vietnamese BL.
I know
that was on YouTube.
It's on YouTube on O2 Productions YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you already saw the finale.
I did see the finale.
And I did not yet.
But we can still talk about the drama.
The show overall.
The drama overall. I mean, did you enjoy this show? I really enjoyed this show.
I enjoyed the show. I did not enjoy the delays with releasing episodes in the rollout. It was pretty haphazard. I do think for a show that was clearly on a GoFundMe budget.
Oh, they're
shade.
Very, very like fan funded.
Fan funded,
yeah.
Yes. And we have to address that this is a Vietnamese BL. And again, the Vietnamese BL industry is somewhat young.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of stuff is going to be online on YouTube, fan funded. So we already expect that.
So promote these shows and give them their views. Give them the ad money.
And I think, right. And I think the downside with this show was really just the rollout. Really just that. And also I feel as if it might have been too many episodes.
Oh, it was 20 episodes, and it was very much overly dragged out.
Yes. I think it could have been fine as maybe... It
could have been like
12 to 14. Maybe 14 at the most. Yeah. You know, I think there was just a lot of stuff that dragged a little too much.
Like the middle dragged on.
Yes.
Like, yes. I love seeing Bobbin on my screen, but, like, at times I was like, just talk it out. Like, what is happening?
Right. Like, it was a little too long. I will say, but overall, I enjoyed watching the show. I enjoyed the ride. I'm glad the ride is over. I'll say that.
Oh.
But I enjoyed the ride. What would you rate this show?
I mean, I really like Bhavin and this guy. His name's Quan, I think.
Yes.
I really like them
not
together.
Not the Quan I know, but this Quan.
Yeah, not your Quans. But I mean, he reminded me of, like, Sarawat mixed with Wooby. So he was a cool character, but he was also, I don't know, but he was also very, very mentally troubled. This character. So.
Yes, very much so.
Very, very mentally
very
troubled.
Much so.
But I would give this show
I'll watch
like
the finale and give you're giving it a 7. I'm giving it a 6 for now. Maybe that will change when I see the finale, but currently it is a 6.
I mean, I would rate this above Mr. Cinderella. Would you?
Mr. Cinderella was shorter.
Ooh, the Mr. Cinderella was a show.
It was definitely a show with a very strange ending.
Like that
and
show,
also someone who had mental health issues.
Like maybe that's what happens when they cut it to 12 episodes. Like you get a show like Mr. Cinderella where it was like 0 to 100 with some people.
Way too fast. Yeah.
And this one they had time to really flesh out.
But it was too much
internal homophobia and.
Yeah, it was a little too much time.
Yeah, a little too much time. You know,
a little too much.
It was giving Be Your Mess at points.
But the mess was really this damn rollout. Like that is it was just
one
so
episode a week to like 2 episodes a week to like a delay to like a gap to like no subtitles.
Like then it being released so early, with no subtitles. Like they were doing the most, you know, like it was a whole mess. Another show that just ended last week is Century of Love.
Century of Love.
On the list of shows that we have that have just ended, Century of Love is probably the best one.
It is. I mean, Dao Off-Road are so good together.
Dao did his thing in this show. Like I honestly
wig was
really
off,
felt
acting was on point.
And I really felt like he acted like a man that was 120 years old. He was giving curmudgeon.
He really did.
The whole time. He really did. And I really appreciate the story. He was a curmudgeon, for real. Curmudgeon to the max.
It was a really good show. Yeah, I like the story of this stone that's able to heal people and like prolong his life 100 years so he can reunite with his... you know, his soulmate that died.
Yeah, and at the end he did. Oops, spoiled the ending. But it is
it's a full story. Well, spoiler alert. We're gonna spoil these shows.
Yeah, we are spoiling as you would expect. It's a good show. I definitely give the show. Actually, I'm gonna give it an 8.
Oh, I gave it an 8
out of 10.
List. I give it an 8.
Yeah,
I mean, how did you feel? 8 out of 10. How did you feel about the ending that they didn't reveal who actually was the real Vlad? Because they
to me it was kind of obvious who was the real bad.
I mean, they both gave him the stone at the end, and the stone reacted to both of them. It like glowed to both of them. So technically,
it could have been
either one.
I think there's 2 theories. It could be both of them, or it's V. And honestly, I think it's whoever he falls in love with is who it matters.
I think, the whole main message of the show is to kind of like move on from your past love and find new love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, fun fact, I just found out that if you are in Southeast Asia and you have Netflix, Century of Love is available on Netflix.
Ooh.
So, and if you're not in Southeast Asia, more than likely you can see it on Gagaoolala, or probably check your local streaming networks or other places.
But it was a really good show. Really good show.
Really good show.
I wish
and definitely
it wasn't
worth watching if you have not seen it. I wish it wasn't too, but however,
it went by
if
so
you
fast.
have not seen a single episode, you can go ahead and binge it. And it's worth the binge. It's really worth it. Another show that ended, which I think is underrated.
So underrated. So underrated.
Underrated. Knock Knock Boys. And that just ended as well.
Knock Knock Boys. I like, this show had no promotion at the beginning. It had no promotion. It had like one poster, and everyone was kind of like shitting on it because we saw like Sang in it, and it was like fresh out of his scandal, and everyone was kind of just like, oh, he's in a new show after being exposed for maybe kissing, maybe being straight and having a girlfriend, you know.
I don't really call that a scandal, but that's just
he
me.
Left what's
Idol Factory.
Idol Factory, and that was a big shock because you scored big with your ship Billy Sang, and then you leave the company and no one knows what happened, and Billy was sad because he wasn't aware of what happened either. It was like a shock to him that you left.
Well, now it's Best Sang.
Now it's Best Sang.
Which, you know what? I remember you were not a huge fan of that.
I was not a big fan of that because Best.
But I like them together. I do. And
Best put his top hat on, so yeah.
Yes, and I liked the two of them together. I think they look cute.
Best character in the show. Is my only fault.
Yeah.
The plot. His plot line. Like, spoiler alert. Yeah. Spoiler. Like, well, the plot of the show is that he is engaged to his best friend, but he's only doing it because his dad, he wants to like make his dad happy. Right. And so his dad wants him to like marry a girl and get married, and he's obviously a gay man and he doesn't want to come out to his dad, so he just kind of ran away from home and ran away from the wedding. But like, I don't know.
He seems to be someone that tends to run away from problems instead of going to the problem head on.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's a problem. I mean, we've seen someone like that in The Boyfriend.
Ooh.
But
don't open up that can of worms.
Yeah, let's not open that up, okay? But overall, I like Knock Knock Boys. Underrated. It was really good. Good story.
It had a cute couple called like, their
I
character
love
names.
Almond Latte.
Yeah, I'm like, I just realized that they're opposite.
They clearly go together.
It's latte almond and latte. Almond. Is almond latte?
Yeah.
But the ship name is latte almond though.
No, it's almond latte because that makes sense. Know why it makes sense? Because what do you order when you go to a coffee shop? An almond latte, not a latte
but the
almond.
top is always the first name in the ship name.
We're not going to do that bullshit, okay? He could be a power bottom, okay? We're not doing that. We are going to make it work. It is almond latte.
Yes, almond latte. Okay. I mean, that scene in the show was so hilarious. They're like set scene.
It was. That was a whole mess. We don't even know who was topping or bottoming at that point because they didn't know what they were doing either.
They didn't know what they were doing either.
Bumping heads and getting hot, getting cold. There was so much going on.
I mean, but Almond obviously was bottoming. We saw earlier in the show he was like using a dildo. Remember?
A dildo, correct.
This show was very sex positive.
Very sex positive.
There was a lot of sex education in this last episode for sure, and throughout the show, we had pansexual representation.
Yes, because Latte is pansexual. He's like all the guys but him are gay. And he's pansexual, and I was here for it. You know,
I was here for it. This show was a ride.
I was here for it. It was a ride, and it was a good ride. I would give it a 7.
I would give it a 7 point. No, I would give it an 8.
You're gonna give it an 8. Okay.
I'll give it a 7.
So it's up there with Central Love on You.
I'll give it a 7.5. 7.5.
Okay.
7.8.
Yeah, I thought it was a good show, and it's worth a watch. And it was heavily underrated.
This show was so funny at times.
Underrated.
Like that scene when Pac like shit his pants in that one episode. That was peak. Like that was like my favorite scene in the whole show. That was hilarious.
And I could smell the shit too. That's how good it was.
That was so funny. So funny.
I don't know if that's good to smell shit, but yeah, that's how good that scene was. That I thought I was smelling it.
That you
I
were
had
smelling
to make sure
it through the screen. It was 4DX.
So it was something else, child. Last but not least, another show that ended today, which I also did not see the finale.
Y'all slacking.
Jonathan and I have had such a busy
Look
weekend.
at this. Kevin is usually on top of it, and I'm the one that's slacking.
I usually am. Now. Because Kevin is busy, okay? I'm in popular demand this weekend.
Oh, he was.
I am being invited to brunches, lunches. I'm being invited to shows. I'm being invited to talk. Kevin is busy, okay? Like, booked and busy, baby.
Booked and busy. Okay.
But Love Sea ended.
I did not see, I gotta be honest, I have not seen the past, 5 episodes.
And see, all I have to see is the finale. So you low-key tried it, but it's okay. You still my friend. So
the show, I gotta be honest. It's not hitting. It's not hitting.
Oh, I think you need to give it a chance because it's surprisingly.
I loved when they were on the island. The moment they got off the island, my interest in the show kind of went down a little bit.
Oh, but it gets interesting after that because there is let's just say there's a crazy parent, like a very crazy parent.
That's what the last episode I saw was probably episode maybe 6 or something or 5.
Mm-hmm.
And he just met his niece. He met what's his name? Tongla? No, what's his name? Tongrak. Tongla.
Yes.
Yeah, he just met his niece and he was agreed to pick her up from school to get away from the crazy grandpa. From the crazy dad.
Yes. AKA his dad. Yes.
Yeah, and that's the last
There's a lot going on. It is worth a watch, I think. Do I think it's as good as Century of Love?
I mean, do you think it was as good as... You haven't finished it yet, but do you think is it up there with oh my god. What's the show last year called? What was their first show called?
Love is in the Air.
Yeah, Love in the Air. Do you think it's
Love in the Air?
Is up there with Love in the Air? I think Love in the Air is still kind of top
tier. I like
tier.
that show better than Love Sea.
The Papaya Sky.
I enjoyed watching Love Sea. So I'm begrudgingly giving Love Sea a 7.
A 7. But maybe the finale's gonna... Oh, actually, I just saw today. It's getting a 2-episode special.
Let's know what I don't trust specials anymore because we've been seeing some specials. Remember when we saw the special for Deep Night and we got nothing out of that?
I have yet to see it, honestly.
You don't need to see it. It was mostly them recapping the whole show, and it's you could have, and all we did was get a little bit of where they're at now.
Oh, we got a little bit
maybe out of that recap.
Yeah,
maybe about a good 7 minutes.
But I think Mandy likes to. Is this Mandy? Mandy? Yeah, this is Mandy.
It's Me Mind.
Oh, it's Me Mind. Oh my god, so many company names. Yeah, Me Mind. Mm-hmm. They did it with Love in the Air though. Love in the Air had a special episode.
Actually, that one was not bad.
Yeah, Tharn Type had a special episode. I think they just cut 2 episodes short of the show because the show's only 8 episodes. So I think they just adding the other 2 episodes into a special and putting a paywall. Okay. I think that's what some people are mad about.
Yeah,
but they got to get their coin. The show was expensive. It was very beautiful.
Know what else was expensive though? Because once again,
to rent that mansion
another
again.
show has shown us some sweet cheek booty meat. And you know what show that is?
4 minutes.
Once again, 4 minutes has done it again. Again.
And I'm caught up this week, y'all. I'm caught up this week.
I am caught up too. I'm caught up in the show. I'm caught up with this. I'm caught up with the prep. I'm caught
Ooh.
up with the detective. I'm caught up with the cum on the face.
Ah! It was not on the face. This is a Sky Valley.
But it was on the body. Like there was a lot that was happening.
I was screaming at that scene. I was kind of gagged. But
I was too.
I was so happy that prep was mentioned.
I am too. And I need to mention this as well too. 4 minutes is getting up there with the same kind of excitement we had for My Stand-In. Don't you agree, Jonathan?
I mean, I told you from the get-go, I was like, this low-key deserves
we knew it was
going to
be a good show from the first episode.
This needs a bonus episode, but we were still doing the boyfriend.
Right. And we honestly, even in a little kind of, I guess not a spoiler, but we had been debating if we should do a bonus episode regarding the boyfriend reunion, which came out last week. And the English subtitles finally came out like maybe 3 days after that or something. So we finally watched it. We took notes. Personally, I think Jonathan and I agree the reunion maybe a good 70% of what was said was stuff we already knew.
Yeah, for the most part. I feel like the show is over. They can't drag out any more information from the show.
Right. Like everything we already knew Shun and Dai were together. We already knew
4 minutes
that we're gonna go back to it. We're gonna give this 4 minutes and then go back to 4 minutes.
Oh my god.
We already knew that Ikkyo and Kazuto. Kazuto and Alan. This is what happens when it's past midnight.
Girl,
Kazuto
you see this man
Alan,
jumping around here. Why are we talking about the boyfriend?
Yeah, I had to mention it since we already here. We already went that way.
Oh my.
Kazuto and Alan, we know they're not together anymore. We know the rest of them are kind of dating. I'm pretty sure Ryota is going to have a delayed crush on Gensei like in 2 years.
I know. He just visited him in Taiwan right now. Yeah.
See?
I mean, I didn't really. Yeah, I saw and I didn't really get anything from it besides that Taeyun said that is open to dating younger guys now, and I was like, ooh.
And he dated 5 people already. It's like okay. That was pretty much it.
I said, Kevin, there goes your chance, man. He's looking at younger guys right now.
But not only younger guys.
But
he said younger guys are a part of what he's looking at.
I know, but the fact that he's
only looking at younger guys.
I was like, not you dating 21-year-olds though, 23-year-olds.
Yeah, he said he wasn't open to them before, but now he's open to them. Didn't mean that he's not open to anybody else. So,
boy, he don't want you. He don't want you.
We'll see about that. Anyway. So back to 4 minutes. There's so many things going on in the show. Every episode is packed with mess.
I have so many theories. So many.
Like,
I need to rewatch this show from the beginning because you need to like really. It's gonna be one of those shows where you have to like piece by piece every scene because everyone online is talking about how there's probably like 2 realities or 2 different like timelines because we see the first part of the show we see Great, which is
Bible's character.
We see him like in a coma or like like in a hospital bed, like getting like what's it called, not CPR, he's getting he's dying, low-key he's dying. So like, and then we see Time get shot, which is Jess's character. So it's like and then throughout the story we see that Great keeps seeing like 11 minutes on his clock, and then now it finally changed from 11 minutes, like 11 o'clock, then went from 11:01 to 11:02, and it's probably signaling like he's like losing time because like it's the 4 minutes that he was on like the hospital bed. I sound crazy not explaining this theory.
So people are theorizing
like this whole show is like
in a coma and this is all in his mind.
Yeah, it's like all in his mind. Or like he like went back into the past trying to like change the outcome. Because like remember when he was looking at the bubble tea that Time bought him, and like the words changed. It went from like
right,
here's bubble tea to like, oh, can you forgive me? And like people are like, oh, the timeline is like messing up because he's asking for forgiveness to what we saw at the end of the episode, that Time was the one that was trying to like rob his brother or whatever, stab his brother at the restaurant. So like I don't know, it's like two different timelines are merging. People are saying that Time is also like knows what's gonna happen, and he's also trying to fix things. But like we see that Great's power is connected to Time in some way.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
Every time
like,
his power activates is in a way to meet Time, because like the first time he activates, he hit the woman, and he kind of like has to hit the woman to send her to the hospital because she has to live so he can meet the doctor, so he can meet Time. And the second time he has to save his friend. So he can
meet Time in time.
Yeah, second time he has to like save that friend so he can go to the hospital and meet Time again. And the third time, remember, he turned down. Time offered to go on a date with him, and he turned it down, and he tried to walk away. And then it rewound again because it was like you have to go out with him. You know, you have to agree to go out with him. So it's like it's like the power is linked. Maybe to save Time because Time is going to get shot later. Or, I don't know. What do you think? So many theories.
I'm going to just keep watching because I'm enjoying the ride. Like, I love the cinematography. It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
The acting is great. Like,
the
Bible's
sweet
character's
cheek
name.
booty meat is
There's sweet cheek booty meat every episode. And it's different booty meat every episode.
I mean, we got.
Did you notice that?
We got people smoking crack.
We got crack. We got crackheads. We got almost breeding because somebody gonna get bread in the show. He want
to get it raw.
Because Tone Claw want that milk. He wants that milk so badly.
He just wants that intimacy. He wants to be close to someone.
He does,
but he feels like no one wants him.
He wants someone to cream him.
Oh,
he really does, and I don't know if that he's not going to be that cream-filled donut yet. Maybe towards the end of the show.
I mean, everyone was like, his greatest fear is a condom. Like he wants to get it raw, but like, girl, we got a direct sponsorship. So you go.
Durex needs to just sponsor,
sponsor prep. No,
they need. They need to be sponsored just the lube. I'm glad lubricant is being used because you know what, you and I have spoken about this. I think before. I don't remember if you've spoken about it on the podcast or offline. But one question that always came up to us was, like, why are they not using lube? Like, yes, you can use condoms, but you still need lubrication. Like. It is a booty hole. It's not.
Oh my god.
The other hole. Oh. You know what I'm saying? Like there's barely any lubrication back there, if at all. You know.
You're here to hear first.
You need lubrication.
This episode needs a rated R rating.
So I'm so glad that 4 minutes is using lubrication.
I mean, they're going as
prep, they're using condoms. Yeah. They're letting us know that look, if two men are going to be, knocking boots, like knock boys. Okay,
hey.
You need to go ahead and make sure that there is lubrication. You need to make sure that you protect yourself either with PrEP or condoms, if not both. Like, we need this to be loud and clear because people don't understand. Also, for any of our straight people who are listening to this, first I'm gonna say this. For those of you who are like, oh my gosh, if you're thinking that, gay men are more susceptible to HIV, you're wrong, because guess what? Right now, the HIV infection rates are going up with straight people because queer folk have been told how to test, regularly testing, and having PrEP, and now there's doxypep, so then you take that after you have a raw encounter, so then you don't get any other STI. There's also now injectable PrEP, so there's the pill, there's the injectable one. There's so many ways to protect yourself now, and all of this is being advertised to men that have sex with men, but not to
straight couples,
anybody else. And it's not as if like women can't get HIV. It's not as if straight men can't. It's not like, and we already know some of these straight men, actually a lot of them, are dogging and raw dogging it with a lot of
we
people.
saw in this show too, right? I mean, I didn't see a whole condom and a Durex ad when he was going off with his fiance in the show, right? Corn's fiance in the show, right? We didn't see that. So if we see a baby pop up, if we see a I'm pregnant pop up later on.
Yep, unless he gives her an STD, an STI.
Ooh. He giving
so
her
then there's no baby.
Some
Instead
kind of
there's, I mean, if there's a baby, the baby gonna be called chlamydia.
Ooh.
So at the rate they
no,
so like I don't trust him. What's his name? Corn is.
I mean, he ain't answer his boy
I don't like
back.
him.
This boy is grieving because his
Right.
brother
and
that
would
we
not
have
call
yet
him
seen
back,
has been passed.
saw his missed calls and was like, whatever.
The show is really good. I don't know. This show is such a mystery.
It's really good.
And I'm mad that it's only going to be 8 episodes.
Right. And then other shows like We Aren't gave us 16. I don't
some
understand.
shows like Be Your Mess gave us 20.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, you don't need to be, certain shows don't need to be this long. But you know what? The difference is we give Be Your Mess, Be Your Star. We give that show, about a 6 to a 7.
I give that show like a 7. I give the show a 7.
We give We Aren't, aka We Are, like a 5. Yeah, maybe even a 4, because that show is. That show could have easily been 8 episodes.
Oh, that could have been. I don't know.
4 minutes though is giving.
4 minutes.
Okay?
I mean,
it's giving
Beyond
more
Cloud
than
is on a
4
roll
minutes.
this year. Dead Friend Forever.
They really are.
And this, like,
you know what? I have to admit,
they're taking it.
Beyond Cloud has not missed.
They haven't.
All.
I mean,
they have not missed.
That hidden, what's it called? Hidden Agenda? No, it was called
Hidden Agenda is GMMTV.
No,
and that show
no.
was
Beyond
a miss.
Cloud had that reality show where they found all these boys, these new stray boys.
Oh yes, that's right.
I think that show kind of flopped because people were like, I don't know. It had some weird, like, internalized homophobia. Moments, forgiving kids for being homophobic online when maybe I don't know. But anyway, so they haven't missed in actual shows.
They have not missed. They did great with Kim Porsche, which was their first one. They did great with that. They did really good with Dead Friend Forever, which I low-key think is kind of underrated as well too. Also highly underrated. Like, great show. Like, Beyond Cloud, y'all are on cloud 9 for real. Like, y'all are giving. Okay, and let's keep the momentum because we have other production houses that we have spoken about on the show, and they're not giving the way they should be giving.
Kevin, don't say that. Kevin.
I didn't say which one. I wasn't gonna say names.
Everyone needs to take notes because
Beyond Cloud is giving. Like, if you want to give the way that they giving, like, you need to see what they doing. Like, they are everything. Everything. Okay, P Mile, we see you.
P Mile.
We see you. We see you. Now just get my baby a Poe in another show right quick.
Probably later this year. You think that their show is going to come out later this year? Yeah.
I hope so. A Poe is in some kind of very long BL that's an ad.
Oh, what?
For some. Yes, I forgot to tell you about that. I saw a little bit of it.
What? It's a BL? It's a BL ad?
Yes, but it's an ad. It's an ad. It's for some product. It's on YouTube.
What?
I forgot the name of it. I didn't really want to talk about it because it's not Beyond Cloud and it's whatever it wants to be.
What's it called?
But whatever it is, it's not for me. And I love a Poe. Like, you know, I love a Poe. Okay. But it's whatever it is, it's not what it's no. It's something. It's just not.
It's just something to clear the check,
I guess. And I'm pretty sure he's getting a nice check.
Is it called Asset of Life? Is that it?
Yes.
And it has Baz in it. Is him and Baz?
Yes.
Interesting. I mean, it's good to see this man on my screen again. That's about it.
Yeah, I only watched the first 2 episodes because of him, but they were both dry.
Oh,
like I don't. Anyway, it was dry. It's late. That is it for this episode of Ride Can Top My Knee. Be safe. Get on prep like Tonklaw so you can get milk.
Oh, I knew you were gonna do something like this. Well, I mean, I hope the detective in your life tops your knee. I'll say that.
Okay. I mean, you should have the detective find your knee.
Hey, you should have.
Let him
You should
search.
have the almond in your life latte. The latte.
You should go to a cafe with your knees
You should go to
to
Cum
get an almond
Cafe.
latte.
The Cum Cafe in Thailand.
Oh no.
Yes, I'm going.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
going there. All right, goodbye, y'all.
Let me know when you go there. Yes, bye y'all.
Bye,
Good night
y'all.
or good day or whatever. Bye.